Friends of yours? I turned toward the door, watching the three vampires make their way toward us. The one on the left is Nick Constantine, likes to get stabby, so watch your back. Nick was the kind of vamp who gave the rest of us bad names. He liked to rape his prey before draining them. Nasty dude. The big guy is Fatty Garza. What's his specialty? Eating his opponents whole? Something like that. And the female? I narrowed my eyes and gripped my gun tighter. Misha Petrov. Just saying that bitch's name left a bad taste in my mouth. Adam parted his lips to say more, but the assassin stopped about 10 feet back from the door. Misha's eyes met mine through the glass doors. She smiled snarkily and nodded. You ready to die, bitch? I raised an eyebrow in return. Bring it. Adam stood calmly at my side, waiting. He didn't waste time with unnecessary questions. I knew from experience he could hold his own in a fight, which meant I didn't have to worry about saving both our asses on my own. Something shifted. Nothing obvious. No overt signal was given. But 1 second the whole world seemed to hold its breath, and the next, the air exploded with gunfire. I shoved Adam to our right, and we slid down the aisle in a tangle of limbs. Bullets ripped through the store, turning it into Swiss cheese. Soda exploded in the refrigerated cases, coating us with cold, sticky wetness. Pulverized chocolate, salty snacks, and tampons rained down to create a PMS-themed collage on the floor. You got any weapons? I yelled over the noise. Magic! I shot him a look. He smiled. And a Glock. He pulled a Glock 20 from his waistband and handed it over. Releasing the magazine, I was relieved to find it full. That gave me 15 rounds. 15 non-lethal bullets, considering we were fighting vampires, but I'd still be able to inflict some pain. Finally, the hailstorm of bullets stopped. Yoo-hoo! Sabina! Misha called. What? I shouted and glanced at Adam. Get ready to create a diversion. Just let me zap them out of here. I shook my head firmly. This was vampire business. I'd be damned before I let a Mancy save me from my own kind. Besides, if anyone was going back to L.A., it was to take a message to my grandmother. And it wouldn't take 3 of them to deliver it. But Adam's magic could come in handy in other ways. I pointed to the fluorescent lights overhead. He nodded coolly and rose into a crouch. Misha sighed loudly. I don't suppose you'd just surrender now and save us all some time, would you, mutt? I gritted my teeth. Misha never missed an opportunity to remind me and everyone in hearing distance of my mixed blood. Right. Tell you what, if you're in such a hurry, why not just put that gun to your temple and squeeze the trigger? It'll save me the effort. And muss up my hair, Misha drawled. You're just talking crazy now. Enough of this shit, Nick said, clearly unimpressed with our banter. Boots crunched on broken glass, signaling the assassins were on the move. I nodded to Adam. His lips moved with an incantation, and a zap of energy shot from his fingertips. The hair on the back of my neck stood on end as I peeked between cereal boxes. 2 fluorescent lights exploded above Misha and Nick, and the metal housings holding the bulbs broke loose and crashed on their heads. Misha's gun skittered away, and Nick got knocked to the floor. Fatty, surprisingly agile given his size, jumped aside and started making his way to the back of the store. With the shelves as cover, I opened fire on Misha, who'd taken refuge behind a display of travel mugs. Taking aim at the bank of coffee machines behind her, I shot the carafes. Judging from her screams, the coffee shower that splashed on the bitch was roughly the temperature of magma. 1 second, Adam crouched next to me, and the next he inhaled sharply and cursed. I ripped my gaze off Misha in time to see him pull a throwing star out of his thigh. He tossed it to the ground with an irritated grimace. Okay, he said, his jaw tight. Now I'm annoyed. Seriously, who uses a throwing star? I sensed movement behind me before Fatty could get his ham-hock hands on